Okay, where does strategy fail? So that's the subject of this little video blog. After having gone to all the trouble of creating a business strategy for your organization, where does it fail? So this is based on my observation of working with chief executives now for 20 years and working with brands for basically 20 years before that. So it's a lot of experience of being exposed to this kind of business strategy, brand strategy kind of conversation. And my observation is that the strategy fails in relationship, so in that area called relationship. And it's either your relationship with your perceptual mechanism, and I'll explain that, or it's a fatal misunderstanding between the perception of two people. Of course, there are other areas, but this is where I've really noticed it break down and where lots and lots of good work can be lost. So there is, in my opinion, a great skill that can be developed for the chief executive, which is called perception. And there's a kind of trinity of perception, or a triple description of perception, in my opinion, which would be useful. The first is a clean first position, you know about. The second is someone else's shoes. You've heard about that all the time. And the third is the ability to witness what's taking place. So the first position is fully engaged. It's fully engaged with your own nervous system. And this is, we often hear that we want people to be authentic, and when they are fully engaged, they often look authentic. So this is really a kind of highly desirable perceptual state for someone to achieve. Okay, first position, clean, good, strong first position. The second position, or the second skill, part of the skill, is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Again, this is in common language. Can we walk in someone else's shoes? Can we put ourselves in someone else's shoes and see it from there, through their eyes? And the answer to that is yes, we can. We can do it physically, but we also now have evidence that there are mirror neurons. This is coming from neuroscience. That helps us do this. This is a natural ability that we have, which is to model someone else's perception of what is going on. Okay, so that's the second position. And the third position is the witness. This is where you want to disengage and see it all. You want to step back, if you like, and see it all. You don't want your nervous system engaged in the relationship between the person in first position or the other, each of these positions or descriptions take a little bit of practice if you're not used to the fact there are three. So there are three. There's not just one. The witness position, crucially, allows you to navigate ego, your ego, and someone else's ego. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is the definition of an ego, but it's that place where you completely identify with your own sense of right or wrong, and you're unreachable. And for some unknown reason, this pattern of unreachability can last for weeks and months and years because you are determined to be right. And this is where all sense is lost, and it's where a management team breaks down irretrievably because they simply don't have the ability to see it from their own point of view, to see it from someone else's point of view, and to step back and to see it from the witness point of view, where they're disengaged from all the force of their intellect and their emotion. So, where does strategy fail? Relationship. And it fails in relationship to your own perceptual mechanism and a fatal misunderstanding between two people, not thousands of people, two people, might even be three, but you can see it's a small number and it's a very large price to pay to throw a strategy out of a window because you have a different perception that you somehow fail to be able to talk about. Okay, and that's based on working with people who've really made it work and some that haven't. Thank you.